Tonight's episode is brought to you by Mizen. Step up your cooking game now and head over to mizen.com/CAGcast for 20% off your first order. And Green Chef. Go to greenchef.com/CAGcast90 and use code CAGcast90 to get $90 off, including free shipping.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 667. I'm your host, GBD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who also doesn't know how to pronounce CD Projekt Red properly, Wombat.
Yes?
Did you even hear what I said? Admit that you didn't
CD
hear what I said.
Projekt Red correctly?
Close enough.
Yeah.
Did you know what I was referring to?
I didn't know did someone, I guess, pronounce that wrong, I guess, today? I don't know.
We all pronounce it wrong.
Yeah, we all pronounce it wrong. Or the guy in the video pronounced it wrong.
How are we supposed to say it?
Nobody knows except for that one guy. No one can reproduce that sound except for that guy. And I can't even say his name. That's where we're at. I can't pronounce his name or his company. Anyway, welcome to the show, Wombat and Shipwreck and everybody else. It's crazy right now. I don't know what to say. I don't even know that I touched the video game this week.
Oh, I did.
I touched a couple games.
Oh, I know you did because I watched you.
Right.
So you're a liar, is what you're saying.
I guess I did know.
You lie.
I guess. I should write one down. I did write it down already. A new one. I touched 2 games this week, and you're gonna find out which ones over the course of this 75 minutes.
Oh, you know what's funny? I finished a game over the weekend, and I didn't even put it on here.
Yakuza, Like a Dragon.
No, I finished Call of the Sea.
Oh.
Didn't one of you guys play that?
I did. I haven't finished it, but I have played it.
How far along did you get? We're talking about it now, I guess.
So I'm about halfway through it, I think.
Okay, like chapter 3?
Yeah, I'm in. There's a boat wreck.
Yeah,
Big boat wreck.
That's
So you're
chapter
totally
3.
into it.
That's halfway through the game. I finished the game in like a day. So it's very short.
Just 20 short hours of gameplay.
It was a short 52 hours. Now I think the game's like 5 hours.
I'm impressed, dude. I started the game, and that's it.
Call of the Sea, for those who don't know, is an adventure game in first person. It is on Game Pass. It's a lot of fun, I thought. My wife and I kind of played it together, where I controlled the character and she told me what to do, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's quite good. I wish there was a sprint button.
There is.
Walk. No, that's a jog button.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say there is, but she still doesn't move that fast. But yes, I understand what you're saying.
There's no reason she needs to be that slow. Like, because there's parts of the game like you're gonna walk in a direction and then you're gonna go, oh, I recognize what I need for this. It was like a minute and a half back that way.
And you say, oh no.
Yeah, and you go, oh, or if you just like head a wrong direction. Like if this is the type of game, like I've played it in spurts, and every time I get back into it, I'm like, I have no idea whether I was going back that way or forward or left.
That's gonna be bad for me.
You've got to play it, I think, like Wombat did, and just play it all in one shot.
Mm-hmm. Which is what I did.
Just chug it.
And we had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of no, not that one.
Your wife sat with you through the whole thing?
Pretty much, yeah.
Impressive.
I know. Just the fact that she sat next to me for that long is impressive.
No, come on, Wombat. But the game's supposed to be good.
Does she call you old boy now?
Yes, old pal.
Old pal.
She did that whole day. She referred to me as my dear old pal. It was actually pretty funny.
Like the game, right?
Like the game.
Yes.
I like Shipwreck's Assassin's Creed beer.
What's that?
It looks like he's drinking Assassin's Creed beer.
It's Rhinegeist Truth. It's a Cincinnati staple.
Obviously. It looks like Cincinnati. It reminds me of Cincinnati when I look at the label.
Yeah, when I see that Assassin's Creed belt buckle on the...
Is that where the next Assassin's Creed game's going to be?
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Cincinnati. It's what everybody's been clamoring for.
Japan was on there, I think. China.
Ooh, it's got to be like late 70s Cincinnati. And
cool.
something to do with the Reds. Johnny Bench is like, you know how the other ones have had Leonardo da Vinci?
Yeah, you just have Johnny Bench
They
and
have
Pete
Johnny
Rose.
Bench. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
To
it's
be
all
honest,
about that
though,
Saturday morning show with the chicken.
if they did a game like that, an Assassin's Creed like that, where they said, "Hey, let's do it in like the '60s or the '70s," is that too much like Watch Dogs? Is that
I
more
don't
of a
know.
Watch Dogs move for them? Because I think that you're making a joke, but I thought about it and like that would actually be pretty cool. Like I'm tired of all like we've been using basically the same weapons now for, and I mean now we got hammers in the last one, but
Yeah,
I
you
think
got a
we're
lot
ready
of
for some
hammers
like
and
good
swords.
guns now in Assassin's Creed.
I don't, or maybe it wouldn't be. Maybe I don't know how that would work. Yeah, you're right, because guns wouldn't work.
I think guns would work. That's what I'm saying. You get the gun that pops. Didn't they
Wait,
have
you
that
want
already?
guns that are woodwork?
They had guns in Assassin's Creed games already.
Yes.
Didn't they have the taxi driver gun shootout thing like come out of the guy's arm in one of those games? Like the pirate one, maybe?
Pirate
just
one? I think
making
they
shit
had.
up right now.
Pirate game, I think, had muskets or something.
Something must have had the one that comes out of the arm, like Travis Bickle. I feel, but I would that would be cool. I'm ready. Instead of now like you're on the ocean, now you're like on the highway and you're
You're in
like
Cincinnati.
in your hoopty.
You can explore our subway system that never got up and running. But we have tunnels.
It's probably scary. It's probably a lot of drama.
I mean, it could just be like Ohio. I mean, the last game was literally England, so
Why
I
not?
think Ohio and England got to be somewhat in the realm of scope, right?
Probably.
Probably. We have an Eiffel Tower. You
Yeah.
can climb the Eiffel Tower, look
Kings
around.
Point.
Yeah.
You have to get the guy at Kings Point.
Kings Island.
Kings Island. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you.
Cedar Point, Kings Island.
Yeah, it's plausible.
Was Kings Point the Assassin's Creed version where they combined them both into one amusement
into
park?
one made super park? Because they can't for licensing reasons. Say.
DLC probably.
They're owned by the same company, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything going on like since we last checked in with each other, Wombat? What's new? What's new going on over there? I'm trying to look behind you, see if anything's different.
I haven't trimmed my beard in like 4
I noticed. I
weeks.
like it. I actually like that.
So, what do you think? Do we like it?
Well,
Should
I
keep
feel
it?
like it could use a trim.
I haven't trimmed it since before. It's got to be at least 4 weeks.
You look like Logan.
Berserker
And
Barrage.
you know, he's not a tall man, Logan.
No, he's
You're
actually
like-
shorter than I am.
You're like 50,000 sit-ups away from Logan. pretty
Yeah.
much.
Should I start now? Can you count? Can you help me count?
I don't know. I may have a few zeros wrong. I'm not sure in either direction. I'm not sure. I know which direction. But no, I like it. What does Mrs. Wombat think?
I don't know. She doesn't really seem
notice?
to have. She hasn't said one way or another. Like she hasn't told
Really?
me to get rid of it,
Oh.
and she has like run her fingers through it and said fluffy.
Oh,
So I don't know. I'm going with mixed, maybe.
Fluffy is good though.
Yeah. It's definitely like
If you said scratchy, then that would be bad.
no, not scratchy.
Fluffy.
It's like fluffy. Yeah.
Yeah, I get scratchy, sandpaper, and I know that she doesn't want any of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I shave once a week. Shipwreck, anything new over there?
No, my beard's at
Normal.
Shipwreck hasn't trimmed his beard in
lighter.
3 months.
No, I was getting your territory there for a
Yeah.
while.
Isn't that let's be honest, that's a beard system, isn't it?
A beard system.
Right. It's not a real beard. You glue it on.
I glue it on. Yeah. Just different links.
It's like, there's like a monthly payment involved and upkeep and whatnot. Yeah. I don't know. I wish I wasn't looking at social media so much. I felt like this was 2021. I said, stop looking at social media. I even set the 1 hour limit on my social media last year, but because of the election and everything, I gave myself I would just hit ignore whenever the limit popped up because I figured I deserved to know what was going on. And it just never ends. When do I not need to know what's going on? That's what I'm asking. When can I stop looking?
I should also probably get rid of the social medias, but I don't know.
You can set a limit right inside the iPhone, and it'll.
I know, but it's not my iPhone where I'm looking.
Oh, it's on your work
Because I'm
computer?
sitting in front of 3 monitors all day.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I need
Now,
more willpower.
do you like? Is it just one social media?
Just Twitter?
Just Twitter.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's really the only one I use. too.
Facebook, I don't look at it at all. The only time I look at it is if I have to post something for GBass Gamer or that's it. That's it. I don't even peek in anymore because it's like they're trying to suck you in. It's a trick. Every time you look at it and every notification, that's a trick to get you to stay longer. And I don't want to be tricked. Twitter, I feel like it's more natural because like I use Tweetbot, so there's no algorithm. It's just the natural. It's just the straight up timeline. So I feel like at least I'm not being manipulated as much. Like there's no ads and it's just a straight timeline of who I'm following. It's still not good though. I'm sure I'm on it too much still.
I browse through it quite frequently on Twitter.
There's a
I
lot
don't
of good jokes too.
Yeah,
That's the
really what I'm there for. I'm not afraid to block people on Twitter. I like to prune my Twitter.
Sure, yeah, I do that.
The bonsai tree method of Twitter.
Yeah, so it's not that enjoyable of an experience because that's what I'm looking for. I'm not like looking for a website
right.
to just like crush my hopes and dreams like on a daily basis.
But just the news is crushing hopes and dreams, I feel.
I feel like I can pair through that pretty quickly though. Like I can
with
get
some
through
good
that.
memes and jokes. Like that could help you feel better once you like comb through it.
Yeah. And you could just check out the headline, like the news headlines. You don't have to read like every tweet as it happens.
I don't know. And then I got you know what the problem is? I got the New York Times like push notifications, and that's like I thought that was going to die down at the at the end of November.
Well, nothing happened today. At least it was quiet.
Yeah, I guess. Was it? I don't think it was actually. There was an there was an impeachment.
There was an impeachment.
I tried to stay busy.
Double impeachment all the way.
Right. I'm trying to stay busy with more streaming. You may have seen some of the HelloFresh cooking. Mrs. Chibi actually it's her idea actually to do the streaming of her hands cooking. She's actually into that.
So are a lot of people on OnlyFans, so you may want to think about that.
Wait, what? I should start an OnlyFans, you thinking? I don't think anybody's looking for that content.
I guarantee
especially not to pay for it.
Yeah, that's different.
Unless it's my feet, then they might be into that. I got some good feet. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So more streaming, and I'm practicing scratching on my DJ controller. Like I'm trying to practice like an hour a day. Also, so I can show Ty, like, look what happens when you practice. Look at how you can see a marked improvement if you just put the time in. He's supposed to be practicing his drums, but it's always like the bare minimum, like 10 minutes. He's never down there. And if I don't say, hey, shouldn't you practice the drums? He's never practicing the drums. So
I have to do that with the bass that you could actually see behind me.
Have you been practicing?
I haven't. Elliot has.
Oh. Why don't you practice?
That's a stand-up bass that I'm pointing to.
I don't even see any bass.
That's right.
It's the thing that's taking up his entire living room in front of his TV.
Oh, I thought that was furniture. I thought that was your couch.
That is a stand-up bass.
It's just right there in the shot.
I don't know where else to put it. It's literally the elephant in the room. But I can now play Good King Wenceslas on it because I had to learn it to help Elliot learn it.
I don't know. I feel like at least all this shit's going down and we're stuck inside. I gotta learn something. Some improvement my table tennis is improving, but I don't have it. It would be improving more if I had a table in the house. I can't do much about that.
Play outside.
But it's winter. Can't go
so
outside.
What?
It's fucking freezing out. You can't play in 30 degrees.
Oh no! Oh, did Rocky stop training just because it got cold outside?
I'm not.
The answer
Well,
is
I'm not
no.
that. I'm not Rocky. I'm not looking to make my career in table
Bum,
tennis.
ba-da-da,
I'm
da-da-da,
looking.
da-da-da, na-na-na, 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 na-na-na,
Yeah.
ba-da-da. Get
That's not. I'm
up
not going. I'm like.
now.
I'm looking to just get a little exercise. I'm doing the Orange Theory. I'm getting that exercise at least. But even that's only twice a week max, and it's hard to get in the classes because they only accepting like not even half can get in. I don't know. Vaccine. My parents are getting the vaccine though. Today, tomorrow.
Really?
Yep.
My parents couldn't get in until the middle of February, so
Are they in Florida?
no.
My parents are in Florida.
I know my in-laws also got theirs because they're also in Florida.
They have. I don't know. How come Florida is beating New York in that regard?
I don't know.
I feel like
New York does not have their shit together.
is that because Cuomo didn't kiss Trump's ass enough, so we didn't get enough vaccines? Is that basically what happened? Pretty sweet solution.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right. Show feedback. I got show feedback from the chat while we were waiting for the show to start.
Yeah. Sit Sam Bry has to say more updates on Chip's new diskless computer.
Yeah, these things don't even have a spot to put internal disk drives in them anymore.
This is a small. This is what you call a mini tower ship, I believe.
It's not mini by any stretch of the imagination. It's like 2 feet tall.
But in theory, we've got a lot of that graphics card is big.
It's got the problem is it's got 3 fans, LED fans on the front of it.
Problem?
The problem,
right?
The problem so far is you can't install a disk drive. Is because there are 3 LED fans on the front of the thing.
They make external disk drives. You got USB
oh no,
hub.
I have one.
Right.
No, you can't run those through USB hubs.
Oh, you can. What can you do? What do you got to do?
You've got to put an incredibly short cable. Here, I'll show you my solution.
Oh, you did some work?
I already had an external drive, right? So this is my external drive. It's a Pioneer, the BDR XD05S.
Oh, I love that.
Is what?
Ooh, top of the line.
Yes. So what you got yourself here is your drive, because I take my like Blu-rays and I put them on my Plex server, right? That's
okay.
That's what's going on here.
I didn't realize that a drive was important to you. I would have given you
a drive is
heads up
important to me.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that.
So, but it comes with a cable that's this long.
Oh.
This is the cable you get with these things.
And where does the cable connect to?
It connects to USB.
Right.
But this computer is not powerful enough for whatever reason. It won't just go through the USB 3.0.
Okay.
The one port that it has on the top of this thing.
Right.
So then I have to connect this little guy that gets me to the USB-C onto this. And then I have this thing going on. And then it's like, oh, it's not quite connected. It's not quite connected.
Right.
It's a pain.
Well, clearly this computer was worth the money you spent on it.
Right.
You know when I found out that it didn't have a disk drive? When I got my VHS tape converted to CD-ROM at the library. Some like music video I made at my friend's bar mitzvah when I was 13.
Yeah.
And I got the disc home and I'm like, awesome, this is gonna be so funny. I can't wait to watch it. And then I look at the front of the computer and I just see those fans, the lit up fans spinning, and I'm like, oh, now what? I don't even have I don't have anything. And then why the other? I'm like, am I gonna go hook up my other computer now just to pull this thing out? I think I'm just gonna go to the library and see if I can have them put it on a USB drive or something for me. I don't know. But I'd like to see this video at some point.
You could spend $100 on an external
I don't want to do that.
disk drive.
I'm just gonna go to
I use mine all the time because like I
don't do that.
I digitize every piece of media that I have.
Yep.
And yeah, so it's fine. Like I can work around it, but it was like I was looking to like, I'll see what fancy like ultra high def Blu-ray drive
top
I can stick in
loading,
this.
perhaps top loader, maybe side loader, no loader, negative loader. Yeah. Hopefully the library will help take care of me, but I don't know about that. They must have like computers you can use and just like get into nonsense. Like, and the other Dark Side of the Moon says, Dork Side of the Moon says, oh, you read this, Wombat. Pay attention.
I didn't know what you were doing.
I don't know either. Oh, wait, I have another one here. Hold on. I
Okay.
wedged one in here. Go back to reading the chat, Wombat.
Fine.
Foozles
Jeez.
wants an update on the giant TV behind me, the LG CX.
How's the TV?
It's big and good. We haven't really been watching 4K content, though. Like, we're not going out of our way to seek it out. And the stuff that we're watching right now, I don't think... Yeah, like we'll talk about it later when we get to watch this, boys, later in like 2 minutes. But yeah, it's just not. We're not like I haven't watched Tenet.
Have you watched The Mandalorian or anything like
No,
that?
because I've seen them all already.
I know, but maybe you want to see how they look on the TV.
Yeah,
Because that's short content that you could
but
like.
I'm not going to rewatch something like that. If I'm going to rewatch something, it's going to be Blade 2.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. You have
Yes.
WandaVision on Friday.
There you go. I'll watch that.
Mm-hmm.
That's obviously that's appropriate for Ty.
Yeah.
It's like
Elliot's gonna watch it with me,
Right.
so
it's
yes,
Disney. I'm sure
appropriate.
it's appropriate for everybody, but it won't be. There's fighting in that. Like what's happening?
I'm
Just
sure
hanging
there's
out?
something. It's probably gonna be mostly like weirdness,
Weirdness. Okay, I like weirdness.
loosely based on the Tom King Vision graphic
But
novel.
Shipwreck Red, I believe.
Yes,
No?
he did. So did I. It's
Oh.
quite excellent.
It's I would guess they're just going to be grabbing some
Loose, very loose.
storylines because it's not
Very-
it won't line up with this.
No,
quite
no,
right.
no, no,
but
no,
they'll take some bits and pieces from it, I'm sure.
Yeah. Mrs. Vision will probably have some resemblance to Scarlet Witch, as opposed to in the books.
Yeah,
They
I'm
didn't
interested
like
in
each
that.
other.
I'll watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, they don't make a lot of bad decisions on that show.
How's the operating system and the smart stuff with your TV?
So I have not. I've been using the Xbox for all the streaming stuff, but I'm thinking here's the problem with the TV. That I have one problem with the TV so far. One issue. The issue is if you're using your Xbox or I guess any console, maybe not. I can't speak for PlayStation. If you're using your Xbox Series X as your primary streaming device, Netflix, Hulu, HBO, all that shit.
We understand what primary means. Yeah.
Got it. It doesn't switch you out of the game mode because you're on the Xbox. It says, hey, he's on the Xbox. He must be playing a game. So now you're in the quick response time game mode when you're watching content that, is clearly like a movie or something. It's not smart about it. Now, I think it's a bug. It has this Dolby Vision thing, which changes the picture mode automatically. You know about Dolby Vision, Chip?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that until I got this. That's pretty cool. But it still keeps that game mode on, and you don't want that. So the solution to that is to use the in-TV apps for your streaming, for your Netflix and whatnot.
The smart TV features.
I have
Just
not
like
done that yet. I'm thinking about doing it because I don't want to have to think about if I have the game thing on or not. But that's where we are. Other than that, the TV's fantastic. It's like the
you
perfect
should try. I
size.
use the my TV apps more than my Xbox apps.
Yeah, I do too. We both have the Roku TCLs though.
Mhm.
That's why I was. Yours has the WebOS.
Yes.
Okay. I believe that's what Samsung uses as well, right?
That doesn't sound good.
Why do you say that?
Because
I don't like
have
it
a
as
great
much.
experience with my Samsung.
Yeah, I that's why I was curious because I really like the Roku TVs.
I'll check it out. It's just annoying to have to go in and put in all your passwords and shit, but I'll do it. But it's like we watched. Well, I guess let's go to watch this, bitches. Or unless you want to read this comment shitting on you, Wombat.
I guess.
Let's do that.
The Dark Side of the Moon has to say, I loved Wombat shitting on. I can't see because your names are in the way, you jerks.
Now you know what it feels like.
Yeah. I loved Wombat shitting on the consensus game of the year, Yakuza Lick a Dick, while playing 107 hours of yet another Assassin's Creed game.
Well, I'm glad he liked it.
Mm.
I think he genuinely liked it and he wasn't being sarcastic. That's my theory.
I did genuinely like Assassin's Creed. I don't remember shitting on Yakuza.
I'm sure you made fun of it. You
I
pissed
make
this
fun of
guy off.
everything. What is that? Yeah, what is that?
Right.
Yeah.
You can't. Wombat is trying. He will try to troll you. He cannot fall for the troll comments. He will troll us, his fellow
Please.
co-hosts. He
If
will
I
troll
was
the
trolling you,
audience.
no.
He will troll everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I do know. That's what I'm saying. I'm announcing.
That's what I do on Twitter mostly.
We'll talk about Yakuza a little bit more later, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure
We'll
this
get
wasn't
to
where
it.
I talk about Yakuza.
No. Let's do some Watch This Boys. It's a lot, but we can do it because what else we're doing?
Mhm.
Sure. I watched Popeye today, the movie.
The Robin Williams joint.
Sure.
That's a great movie.
It is a great movie.
Is it?
The music is awesome.
Is it?
Yeah.
It holds up.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
that
I
Harry
remember
Nilsson,
it's
No, it doesn't
traumatizing.
hold up. It doesn't hold up at all.
Right.
that Harry Nilsson soundtrack is baller.
Oh, that must be good.
No, it is. I really enjoy it, but the mix, the audio mix in that movie is so weird.
Well, that's because it's a Robert Altman movie, and
Yeah.
that's like an orator thing for him is to have overlapping audio, so it's hard to mix.
What are some big Robert Altman movies?
Let's see. It would be MASH is the one that I
Okay.
always think of first.
I don't think I've seen that.
You've never seen the movie version of MASH?
I mean, maybe I
Oh, it's
saw
really
it on TV
good.
briefly, but I never watched the
Check
TV
that out in
show.
4K.
Yeah, I think Nashville. The Player is Robert Altman.
You never saw that. I somehow missed all this guy's movies. I know he's like very famous.
Mhm.
I somehow missed every one
He's
of his
somewhat
movies.
famous.
Well,
no, he
when I
was very
younger.
famous for like a decade.
Right. He doesn't
And
have
then-
I looked at his list of movies like while I was watching Popeye, and I went, okay.
It was he
I
flamed out.
think Popeye hurt his career for sure.
But Popeye's the one that stands the
But
test of
Popeye's
time.
the one that endures. I know. That's the irony now, isn't it?
It just came out on Blu-ray. That's why we watched it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, how's it look?
Oh, interesting.
It looks really good, actually. Like, if you were to look like, we watched the trailer for it on Apple TV, I think, just to see like, okay, kids, this is what you're getting into.
Right.
And it was like dark. It was like
Trash.
dark and muddy and everything. It was like you can't see crap.
Yeah.
But then we were watching the movie. It's like everything looks good.
Yeah. That's what I thought Blade was going to look like when I rented it. Even though it was UHD, but fucking looked awesome. All right, watch this, boys. So I watched this movie that I would recommend to Wombat. Shipwreck, you're out because it's on Netflix. American Murder. Have you seen that, Wombat?
No, who's in it?
It's a documentary that is unique though, because unlike other documentaries, this one consists of video footage that is all firsthand. So you're talking about security cameras, police body cameras. You're talking about not tweets, but social media posts, videos from social media, text messages, telling you this, laying out the story of the murder in a way that I don't think you've really seen before, and it was really well done, and perhaps best of all, it's like a tight 90 minutes, which is always like a big plus. Not a great test for a brand new 4K TV, but it's really compelling, and you're wanting to try to solve it while you're watching it. They do go back and forth on the timeline, Wombat. That may bother. Well, it doesn't bother you. It only bothers you in a feature film, I believe, Wombat. You've mentioned, not in a film like this.
No, actually, it's the other way around.
Oh.
Jumping around the timeline bothers me in a documentary.
Well, they do it in
but
a way.
tight 90-minute documentary, it may be okay.
Yeah, they're smart about it. It's not confusing at all. They put
it's when you're going through someone's like entire life, and they talk about what that person did in the 70s,
right,
and then they talk about what that person did in the 90s, and then they talk about what that person did in the 80s, and I hate that.
What if it's the Bee Gees?
The Bee Gees, they didn't do that.
Okay.
What about
Bee
if they,
Gees
they
documentary-
shuffled the songs?
The Bee Gees documentary is bananas off the hook, and everyone should watch it.
Right. Oh, yes. As the chat is pointing out, this movie is incredibly depressing. Like, I mean, on the 1 to 10, it's a 14. But, I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's the way that they put it together, though, is worth it. And this guy, I believe it's the same director who made the movie Searching.
Oh.
What were you going to say?
Popeye.
Popeye.
Not Popeye, no.
Sweet Haven.
Searching with John Cho? I forget the guy's name. John Cho? Is that an actor? Maybe?
Yes, John Cho.
It's got to
yes,
be. It's got to
Cho,
be.
Yeah.
Korean American actor, perhaps, or
Mhm.
Chinese
Yeah,
American
from-
actor. I forget. That's another very innovative movie. That's a drama.
From Star
That's
Trek.
yes, That's a straight up film, and that was very innovative as well. That one takes place. It's all filmed from the perspective of a computer monitor. So you're reading emails, you're seeing like video calls, and that's another thriller. I would recommend both of those. Definitely the first one is less depressing. Searching is less depressing than American Murder. American Murder is American Murder. There's no happy ending there, unfortunately. Wombat, have you seen, Chip, you're off the hook on this other Netflix movie. Have you seen Mank? I feel like that's a movie.
I do want to see Mank. I
Right.
haven't had the opportunity yet. I'd like
Okay.
to know what you think because I've heard mixed.
We liked Mank. Mank is the story of the guy who wrote Citizen Kane.
Mankiewicz.
And he's played by Gary Oldman, and he's an alcoholic in the movie. I mean, I guess
You know
in the
why?
story.
Because everyone in these movies is an alcoholic. Did you see Trumbo?
I want to watch that. It looks good.
Because I feel like Trumbo and Mank are the same movie, just two different people, but the same.
That's
damn
on Netflix
story.
too. I believe that's somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's on.
It
Netflix.
is on Netflix. Yeah, I've seen that though. That I like Trumbo,
Yeah, Mank is.
and I just
Mank,
don't feel like I'd be watching the same movie again.
Mank is in black and white, and you're basically just watching Gary Oldman drink, and it has its moments. It wasn't Citizen Kane for me, but it was.
You
it
mean
was
it's not the
interesting.
Citizen Kane of Citizen Kane movies?
No, it wasn't. But he, obviously, like, you can watch Gary Oldman do anything. It was pretty good, I would say. Mrs. Chibi felt the same way. We liked it. We were glad we watched it, but I'm not giving it my highest recommendation.
Gotcha.
Another movie that I saw with Mrs. Chibi, and we watched.
How much did you watch in
This
the
is
last
over-
week?
Honestly, a lot of these are from over 2 weeks. I forgot.
Do you have any time to do anything
These-
else
some-
other than?
These are over 2 weeks, and what I started doing is taking notes so I don't forget to talk about things. So
That's
I'm being
smart.
very studious.
I could talk about The Big Bang Theory if you'd like.
No, thank you. We watched this movie, Vast of Night. This is on Amazon Prime Video. So, Shipwreck, you may be interested
I have
in
to pay
this.
attention to this one. Okay.
But we didn't really care for this one very much. It's like a
Perfect.
UFO movie in the 50s. There's like strange going-ons in the town, and some people think it's UFOs. Is it UFOs? Is it not UFOs?
That's
50s.
basically what the thought is all the time, right?
Yeah, and I don't know. It just didn't seem to really go anywhere. And it's PG-13.
So not UFOs.
I don't want to say, really. I don't want to ruin it.
I feel like
But-
if it had UFOs, it went somewhere.
Well, I don't want to say, but let's just say if there were, let's not say anything. I don't want to fuck anybody up. We didn't care for it very much. Let's put it that way. That one I wouldn't really recommend. It's a lot of it's some good style, but not a lot of substance there for me.
I want to hear
Wombat.
about Wombat's new streaming service.
Yeah.
So I got for the free year of Discovery Plus through my cell phone company provider. It's the ad-free version also. So I'm like, you know what? I'll give this a shot because, as we all know, my favorite channel is the Food Network.
Yes.
And now I have access to every episode of Guy's Grocery Games whenever I want it at all times.
How many?
Even when they
episodes is that?
show a new episode, they simulcast it over onto the app immediately.
Yeah.
So it's literally the whole library. You know what? I don't. It's hard to say whether or not I like it or don't like it. It has a lot of pluses and a lot of minuses. The big minus is that they have all of those great nature documentaries, like all the Planet Earth stuff and the Blue Planet stuff, but none of it is in 4K. You know,
wow.
like even a brand new one.
I watched one of those on Netflix. I watched.
Like, yeah, and
they
it's
have
like
them on there still. At least one of them.
yeah, and it's like magical. And I'm like, I want all of those.
That looked incredible on this TV. That looked
Yeah,
like
I bet. And
in-store
imagine-
demos that you see.
Yeah. So that's where it sort of is like a dud. Where I do like it is that it has all the garbage, like so many garbage shows on there. Like Laura and I watched like something about a Nostradamus special. the other day while we were eating dinner.
What? I don't understand. Like, you have cable, so you have all these channels.
Well, I
And they're
like
just
watching
garbage programs to watch in the
Yeah,
first
we
place.
watched like 4 episodes of History Factor Fiction because without commercials, those shows are literally like 35 minutes long. Even
Okay.
the hour-long shows. And there's no breaks, there's no fast forwarding, there's no pauses, and it just goes. And it's literally like brain garbage. And I kind of sometimes you want a little brain garbage in your life.
That's funny.
I mean,
I've never
there is
seen
some
garbage eat garbage before.
I mean, don't get me wrong. History Factor Fiction, you do learn things, I guess. Like how famous photographs were taken was one of the episodes we watched.
Cameras.
Yeah. See, you've seen it.
I did, yeah.
That was funny. Good one. Yeah. So it's if you want to watch those kind of things, there's literally like 20,000 episodes. It has all the HGTV stuff. So if you want to watch Love It or List It, but you don't want it to sit through the commercials because that also has like half that show feels like commercials, then I guess I recommend it. But just be warned, you're not going to be able to watch the really nice stuff in 4K.
I have the same phone provider that you do. And I have this is an option that I could start. I just don't even feel like starting it. Like, I feel like I've got enough streaming stuff. I don't need to have whatever this offers me.
I think for the free year, it's definitely worth it. I think you would get some enjoyment. It's you know what it is. It's like
I'm never gonna click it though. I know me. I'm not gonna ever click to that button.
It's a really good background thing. Like you just want to put on like Dino Drivers and Dives.
I don't do that though. Like I never have background TV on. Like if TV is on, it's because I'm watching it. I have background music on constantly, but not background TV.
See, we're background TV people.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and it's really good for that. It's really good for like we'll be sitting there and I'll be watching. I'll flip around still. Like you said, I have cable and I'll be sitting there and it'll be Guys Grocery Games and it'll be an episode I haven't seen. And then I'll realize it's from 3 years ago and I'm like, why am I watching these commercials? And I hit the button for the app and I just pop it on and watch the same episode commercial free. And that's kind of cool.
Well, I've got that life all figured out.
I do.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
I'm sorry this is a problem for you.
It's not for me.
I think it is.
Nope.
I think it's a problem for you.
Did I
Mr. I can't play ping pong in the cold.
I thought about it, but it's not so much that I can't, it's that I'm going to be by myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that I could convince anybody else. It's not going to be a good experience playing with gloves on. Did I
think
talk
about how good you'll be when the gloves come off? Like if you get really good playing with gloves on, when you have no gloves.
Right? Is that how it works?
Yeah, like when you see professional athletes play with like the weights on the bat.
I'm not
it's
sure.
The same concept.
I'll have
the
to think
donut.
about that. Like I'll have much really good feel once I take those gloves off.
Yeah,
really
once you take the gloves off, it'll be like, oh, whoa.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll be like I'll be like Daredevil. Like I'll have like heightened senses, basically.
The Matt Murdock of ping pong.
Right. Did I talk about the movie Run last week? I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't know if I care either.
It's really great. I just want to throw in another recommendation for the movie Run on Hulu. It's a 90-minute thriller, indie thriller. I'm pretty sure I did. Very good. I'm still thinking about it, so you should watch that. The Dork Side of the Moon writes in and says, Chibi did me a solid by turning me on to Warrior. Never heard of it before, but now me and my wife are hooked. Badass martial arts, sex and gore, plus likable characters makes it a great show in my book. More martial arts recommendations. Strong sexual content. Yeah, it's pretty good. HBO. That's on HBO Max. I don't know if I have any other martial arts recommendations right now. Well, yeah. What's that show I watched? Enter the Badlands. We finished that. That was pretty good. That's on Netflix. There's 3 seasons of that. I think it got canceled though. But it was pretty good. Some really good fight scenes in that. Excellent. All right. Where are we?
I think it's time to hear from some of our friends.
Our friends?
Yeah.
Ben Gilbert?
No.
Oh.
Mizen. I don't know about you, but I've been cooking a lot more at home lately. Something I learned pretty quickly is that using a good knife makes all the difference. And the best knife I've ever used is the Misen chef's knife. It's been a total game changer in the kitchen for me. Look, I even have mine so the people at home can see what I'm talking about. And they
Nice
know I'm
knife.
not lying when I say I have a Misen chef knife. Misen makes it easy for you. They've designed their chef knife to replace an entire set of knife. The Misen chef knife is beautiful inside and out. Its unique sloped handle not only allows you to chop more efficiently, easily, and safely, but the elegant design also makes you want to show it off rather than storing it in a drawer. I actually can say that I had another chef's knife that used to sit out because it was our chef knife, and that knife is now in the drawer. This is my everyday knife.
I don't know how I feel about you brandishing a knife while we're doing the show. It feels a little threatening. Like, you buy this knife now.
Look, a dull knife is a dangerous knife and makes cooking more difficult. But with the Misen chef's knife, I can slice through anything like butter. Actually, it's really great for slicing through tomatoes and potatoes. Something I did just today with this actual knife. Misen is 2 to 3 times less expensive than other premium knife brands for the same amazing quality. Misen knives are crafted with high-grade stainless steel, so they stay sharp longer and last a lifetime, all for the fraction of competitors' costs. The knife is legit and verified. It has over 5,000 five-star reviews from real pros and has a cult-like following among home chefs and foodies. I'm not lying, by the way. This is no joke the best knife I've ever used. I had a set of fancy knives that were more expensive. This knife is significantly better. I use it for all of my cooking, and everyone knows I cook a lot, and it's really, really awesome. I actually highly recommend it.
As a
Step up your
potato, I'm
cooking-
worried about that knife cutting
Yes.
into me.
Step up your cooking game now and head over to Misen.com/CAGcast for 20% off your first order. That's MISEN.com/CAGcast for 20% off your first order. That's Misen.com/CAGcast. Woo. Okay.
Take
Nice.
a breath. Take a breath.
Take a
I know,
breath.
take
I'm
a
a potato.
breath.
And
Put down the knife.
Because we have some more other important things.
Good save. Good save. Good save.
I know. It's time for us to talk about Green Chef. Green Chef is the first USDA certified organic meal kit company. Green Chef makes eating well easy and affordable with plans to fit every lifestyle. Whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, or just looking to eat healthier, there's a range of recipes to suit any diet or preference. As I mentioned, Green Chef is USDA certified organic meal kit company. Enjoy clean ingredients you can trust, seasonally sourced for peak freshness. Ingredients come pre-measured, perfectly portioned, and mostly prepped, so you can spend less time stressing and more time enjoying delicious home-cooked meals. Eating well, easy, and affordable with plans to fit every lifestyle. Like I said, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, or just looking to eat healthier, there's a range of recipes for any diet or preference. It is also, what else we got here? Green Chef's vegan and vegetarian recipes are high in plant proteins, rich in omega-3s. Experts find that following a plant-based diet decreases the possibility of high blood pressure and boosts your immune system. It is also the most sustainable meal kit, with offsetting 100% of its direct carbon emissions and plastic packaging in every box, so you can feel great about whatever you're eating and how it got to your table. I have tried Green Chef. I love Green Chef. I had the pork last time. It was so good. I talked about it before. I actually have a box coming next week, which I'm really excited to try the Mediterranean shrimp and the lemon mustard chicken and my pineapple teriyaki meatloaves. I actually really can't wait to have all of those things. Go to greenchef.com/CAGcast90 and use code CAGcast90 to get 90% off, including free shipping. That's greenchef.com/CAGcast90 and use code CAGcast90 to get $90 off, including free shipping. The #1 meal kit for eating well. Green Chef.
You said you like the pork, so I'm a pig now.
I get it. That's cool.
Thank you. Well done, Wombat. Well said. Nobody could have said that better than you. Fantastic. We have new hosts. Put the knife down. You can put the knife down now.
You need to take that back to the kitchen or something.
Yeah,
this is making me
You
nervous.
gotta, yeah. You should, yeah. You're gonna.
We're good. It's
Are you
fine.
focused on that knife now? You'd be able to forget about that.
The what now?
You just, I just saw you look over at it when I said.
Look,
knife.
I just gotta grab something from over. Ah!
Nobody say knife for the rest of the show. Because anyway, new releases. Do we need to talk about these?
I'm browsing through here to see if there's anything.
Just because it came up in the chat, yes, HelloFresh and Green Chef are owned by the same company.
Right.
So,
Very, very good.
Yeah, we know that.
They do not have a new release.
People in the chat didn't know.
Oh, okay.
Space Aliens Invaders. That sounds like a game that combined a couple names together.
The old switcheroo,
Yeah.
the old shell game. You don't know. It's Space Invaders, what?
I know there's a Top Gun game, apparently. Maybe. It's got Top Gun in the name.
Oh, can you land the plane onto the aircraft carrier?
I don't know. Have you guys been to do you guys ever go to Walmart? I don't remember. You guys don't have a Walmart.
We do. I go. I haven't been during the pandemic, I don't think.
Oh, okay. So you don't know about the stands of Top Gun Maverick movie paraphernalia?
No, I get.
guess.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that movie was supposed to have been out by now.
It's this whole stand, maybe multiple stands at my Walmart that is just full of T-shirts and hats, and there's probably some socks there of all of this Top Gun movie that never came out, and they have all these exclusive Walmart Top Gun Maverick toys, and it's
no,
this is pretty fantastic, and nobody's buying any of it, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, but they're making it. There's a new one coming out.
Were just. Oh my! Welcome to the conversation.
Oh, sorry. I was reading the chat. I admit to reading the chat.
It was supposed to be out. What I was saying was
right.
All the merchandise has been out for months and months, and nobody's buying any of it.
Right.
Anything else in here?
Arachnoid.
Arkanoid?
Arkanoid, I mean.
Arkanoid Breakout, is that they've spelled Arkanoid wrong there in this, at least on Tech Gaming's website here, unless that's a different Arkanoid.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Possible.
Anything else in new releases?
People have been enjoying this Wrestling Empire game. I have seen stuff about that.
Yes, it's on Switch, right?
That is on Switch, yes.
But it's been out on PC for a while, maybe? Or?
Yeah, and it's one guy made a wrestling game, and I think there's a lot of customization. It's kind of N64 wrestling game type of action going on.
Yeah, it looks kind of budget,
story.
right?
It does look kind of budget, but I think it has storylines and stuff to it.
Oh.
Exactly.
Is that in the story?
Mm-hmm.
Can I be in it? Oh, I'm looking at pictures now. Yeah. I mean, it reminds me of the games. I mean, it looks all right. I mean, it's good enough. Is it hard to, I don't know, is it impossible to play? Is it one of those? Or is it?
I don't think so. I the little bit that I saw on it was similar to the N64 type wrestlers, which were not impossible to play.
Wait, this Arkanoid game is spelled differently than Arkanoid, the real Arkanoid.
Oh my gosh, do you listen to the things that are coming out of my mouth?
No, I was reading the chat. I told you.
That was literally my comment.
At least I admit to it.
Game.
Wombat just pretends like everything's fine. He's doing it right now, even.
Oh yeah, totally.
See? All right. I like to listen to
Wombat.
the show when I'm editing.
Wombat.
That's
Spell
when I listen to
Arkanoid.
it. ARK. I'm trying to do this off the top of my head.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
point.
I'm gonna type it. Ark.
Into Google autocomplete.
No, I typed it in on the outline. ARKANOID.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
you nailed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Are we up to Wombat's fortnightly news? I think we are.
Big update on Fortnite this morning.
Tell me about it. I can't wait.
They added the new Predator point of interest. The Predator is coming to Fortnite.
Oh
Predator.
boy.
Did you get tired of being on every other game?
Yeah, I think so.
They probably got them in there.
I know. To be honest, I'm not oh my God, it's the Predator. But doesn't mean I don't like the Predator, I guess. I don't know.
He's been pretty overexposed recently, I feel.
Yeah, he was in is it that
Everything.
the Ghost Recon. He wasn't playable in Ghost Recon,
He
but
just showed up,
yeah, he just showed up there.
dropping
At least
by.
I'll have my own Predator, and his back bling is an alien skull. So that's kind of cool. Yeah,
I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Call of Duty Warzone, they need to maybe get in on that. Like if they brought in some figures that I would like to play as, like I don't know. Who maybe like some 80s TV characters? But
You
that's
could play
Alf.
as like Michael Knight. Would you
Alf.
buy? Would you buy a Michael Knight skin?
Michael Knight. Yeah, I mean they had David Hasselhoff in like one of the zombies Call of Duty things.
Or like a 4-pack of the A-Team?
Yeah, something like that.
What about the Fall Guy?
Nah, I
like the
didn't
Fall
watch
Guy.
Fall Guy. I didn't like that.
You didn't watch Fall Guy?
I watched Fall Guy.
That was
I
the
watched
best.
Magnum
That was
PI.
honestly that was the best theme song out of all of them.
It's a good theme song, but I turned it off right after the theme song ended.
And Heather Thomas.
But you could get her in the intro too. You don't need to watch the
Yeah.
whole show.
True.
Take care of that right in the
True.
intro.
True.
No, I didn't watch a lot. I know Magnum PI is like didn't do it for
No,
me.
no, that doesn't do it for me either.
No.
No.
But yeah, I've never spent the money.
Now those
on,
reverse mortgage commercials. That's something I like.
Right. How about a reverse mortgage skin? Yeah, I don't know. They haven't figured out how to get like the 47-year-old guys to spend money in Warzone yet. They seem to have figured it out in Fortnite.
Yeah, they kind of did. I mean,
But
you know.
Warzone, it gets a different demographic, maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I did buy myself skins. Like, I bought that
I
Marvel
know
3-pack.
it's worked. Their system works and getting your money.
Oh no, I'm an idiot. I bought something stupid.
That's what I'm saying.
Does Elliot know who the Predator is?
Not really, because when he he knows about these things also because he sees like the leaks and stuff. He's like, "Did you know the Predator's coming?" I'm like, "Are you excited for the Predator?" And he's like, "I don't know who that is."
Okay, that's fine. That was what I was looking for.
Yeah, no, it's definitely it's an unusual choice. I mean, who knows what else is the kids generally like the more original stuff anyway. They tend to lean more towards original skins as opposed to the
David
licensed
Hasselhoff.
skins. Well, they built all the lore and the storylines and all the nonsense that I don't know anything about, but the kids do, and they're totally into it. Like, who's the real Jonesy, and is this a simulation and all? I'm like, I don't know what any of that. I don't care. But Black Panther, and I'm like, take my money.
Yeah, they haven't figured that out in Warzone yet. I feel like I guess
Yeah.
maybe the people playing it are much younger and it wouldn't appeal.
I don't know.
Didn't you get Reagan in that?
No, not in Warzone.
Not in that one. Okay.
No,
That would be interesting.
but I feel like they must be making plenty of money anyway because they're selling like $25 packs that get you guns and
I think
stickers
also
to put on your gun.
the fact that you don't really see your character in Warzone.
Right, you don't only when you're jumping out of the plane.
Yeah, so it's like, who cares what you look like?
There it
As
is.
opposed to Fortnite, where your character, you see it all the time, and because it's third person, actually your character's appearance actually can matter. Because I have the Venom skin, and Venom is huge and can be difficult to use at times, as opposed to like Captain Marvel, who's skinny and smaller and easy to. Yeah,
And you can watch them dance in Fortnite. You can't do that in Warzone.
okay, that's true. Watching them dance is a lot of fun. And I did not get the Green Arrow Fortnite crew skin, KSX in the chat,
All right.
because I don't like the way that Green Arrow looks. I think he looks stupid, and I'm not going to buy it.
I will not support that stupidity.
Exactly.
Oh, all right. Strong words.
I'm a strong man.
You're a brave man.
I have a
that
knife.
opinion. So your news, Wombat.
Yes.
Do it.
CD Project Project Pro.
How do we say
CD
it? What is shipwreck? Shipwreck. You must
CD
have learned how to say it.
No, I went, oh, that's a weird way to say that, and then just kept on watching the video.
I didn't watch the video, so I don't know. CD Project.
You don't
not-
need to
it's-
watch the video. It's
CJ Project Red apologizes for Cyberpunk 2077 bugs, says it's avoiding crunch on all future projects.
They're not doing that.
They're not doing that.
I know, but patch 1 will be here within 10 days, and patch 2 in February, and next gen by next Christmas.
Woohoo! I definitely made. Yeah, that's rough. But that's. To be honest, though, that's sort of like Playbook, though, isn't it? Like you put out the big game. No, it's not Playbook.
Not to this extent. Like
1 year between the current gen and the next gen, with like the gold edition with the no.
I don't remember having to wait for, like, they put out a game and then you wait 7 months, at least 7 months, to get the version of the game that's good on your console.
I mean, potentially a year.
I don't remember that. Yeah, potentially a year. That's what I said. At least 7 months.
Yeah, like there's part of me that's like, okay, I'll give this game another shot after patch 2, but I'm kind of bummed that it won't be the next gen version.
Yeah,
you should be.
Yeah, you should be majorly bummed. Yeah,
like that's ridiculous. What are they doing?
I don't know. Maybe they're working with the same team as the Avengers game.
The Avengers, I don't think that they had anything that was wrong.
Wombat, put the knife down. What are you doing?
Well, they're supposed to have the next gen version out day and date, and they haven't done that yet.
Why is the knife out? Wombat?
I don't even have it.
It's not funny.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're gonna cut the cable. Something's gonna happen.
I'm not gonna do anything.
That's not funny. Just think how silly you'll feel when that's in your lap. Put it down. Put it down. It's not funny. Shipwreck, you were so right, Shipwreck. Shipwreck's never wrong. Really.
Put down that axe, Eugene.
So I watched the video of this, the CD Projekt Red.
Yes.
Apology. I mean, it was very somber and I guess heartfelt. I couldn't really get the heartfelt part of it. It more seemed like kind of a beaten dog type of apology. Where
I believe it. I mean,
I believe it. It's just like a bummer. Like they basically came out and said, hey, they took for granted a little bit the scope of what they were trying to do and how that would affect the consoles.
Okay, fair. That's something to say.
It's something to say, and sure, it could be perfectly true. It's just unacceptable to release it like that.
Right. It's
like
still...
It got pulled from the PlayStation Network. That's never happened. That's like the double impeachment of the video game world.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not. And by the way, they made like $1 billion also. Which is like, was there a lesson learned, really? Like,
and the thing, like, so I have this game, and I was considering this being like one of the next games I'll play, but now that I see this plan, it's like, oh man, this isn't even what I thought I was in for with it. Like being like, I thought, oh, it's just going to crash some, and there'll be some bugs. I didn't realize I don't even have the proper next gen version of it yet. That's just, what is that? That does not make sense whatsoever. Like if they were going from a PC and scaling down, I could understand like the current gen. I guess we're going to call them current gen.
They have to focus on the one that has the most in the market. Like it's not even,
yeah.
In theory, they should, because that's where they're selling the most, and that's going to be the most people who are upset because the game's not running properly. Yeah, it's not a great situation.
But still, like you've got a huge group of people that thought this was a next gen game, right?
Of course,
but they thought, hey, this is going to be, I'm not going to want to play it on the old console. I'm buying a new console so that I can play this new amazing game that everybody's hyped up for. And then you're playing the old version of it on your new console. Doesn't make sense.
Right. But the reality is, at the end of the day, they fucked up. They still made a ton of money. Yeah, their stock took a hit, but that'll come back around eventually. People will forget.
When Witcher 4 comes out.
Well, whatever. Just eventually the stock will go back on its own. They're going to keep releasing numbers about how much the game sold because people are still buying. It didn't seem to slow people down from buying the game. So I don't know that really they're going to say they're going to avoid crunch on future projects, but like how is that even possible?
It's not possible.
So it's sort of meaningless to say that. And at the end of the day, they made a lot of money. And I don't think really any lesson was learned, except to maybe, I don't know, just, I don't even know. I don't think there's really any lesson learned. I'm sure the only problem really is, from their side, is it probably made them, I mean, they're human beings, all the people that worked on it, depending on where you are in the company. You spend 5 years working on a game, comes out, even if you're making a lot of money, if the press is all negative, you're still not feeling great about it. You're not like, oh, like, fuck it, like, we made all this money. You're still
I
going to feel
think the
bad.
way to approach it too is the old style approach of, hey, we made this great game for PCs, because by every measure, like people on PC are enjoying it. It plays well there. Wait that year to port it over, right? Make the console players will wait for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It wouldn't
mean,
have been a disaster, right? Like, I mean, there's still going to be plenty of PS4s and Xbox Ones around, and, you know, this coming holiday. Or maybe, I mean, do you think that's the worry, is that, but those people aren't throwing out their consoles until they get the next gen ones. They're still going to be active and buying plenty of games. Yeah, it does. They went for it. They went for it, and I don't know. It did pay off. I mean, you can't say it didn't pay off. It just pissed people off. It rubbed people the wrong way, but at the end of the day, they got their money. It's just they have to make these apology videos. That's the price, really, is having to.
they
like,
didn't
suck
even.
it
He
up.
did it standing up too. They have the Cyberpunk apology chair
I
right
know.
there.
Yep,
Why
yep.
isn't he sitting in that?
It was, yeah. That was the price, is that they had to, like, the
Stand up.
humility was their price, really, you know, and like lack of celebration over the success, you know, like you can't. It's hard to enjoy that success when people are trashing you everywhere, even like
Well,
your biggest
it's hard to
supporters.
enjoy success when you do it fraudulently. Yes, that's
You would
you
hope.
would
You would
think.
hope. You would
Yes.
hope, and it seems like it did damper their enjoyment of the success. And
I mean, it's got to be tough to go to, like, for the developers and everything, to go to work and go, okay, we've got 6 months of fixing this game that we already launched
Yeah.
ahead of us every day.
And we lost all this goodwill with, like, our big, not just like the average fan, but even like our biggest super fans who are making content, like, on, not for us, but like because they love the game so much. And it, you know, it's.
I mean, people are just going to go
it's
back to
tough.
playing Avengers.
I
At this
don't know
point.
if that's happening.
For some reason,
Anyway.
I still have it installed.
Anyway, I'm going to try to play. When should I play it on PC? That's the question. Ship, when should you play it on your PC?
I don't have it on PC. I have it on
But
Xbox.
you could have it on PC.
I could have it on PC. Do I want to play it there? Yeah, I probably want to play it there.
Yeah. Otherwise,
So-
you're waiting, unless you're going to wait a year. You're going to wait a year? You're not waiting
I'm not going to wait a
year.
year. I'm not going to wait a year. I'll play it on PC. Fine. You talked me into it.
Do you have an HDR monitor on your PC?
I do. It's we talked about it last week. I
Oh,
have an
we did.
HDR TV.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
See, I don't have that. I got to solve that problem. Without, I don't know. I don't want to buy any more shit, though. I don't want to deal with anything. All right. Let's move on. There's a lot of news this week, Wombat. Like
There
today, a lot of
is.
news dropped.
So, Ubisoft, you know that company?
I've
They
heard
made a
of- yeah.
game. They made a game that I like. It's called Mortals
All of
Phoenix
them.
Rising.
It's called all
It's-
of them.
It's called all of them. They're making this game based on something called Star Wars that I heard the kids really like.
The kids actually don't like it. It's
I
the
know.
man kids that like it.
Yeah.
Right. I asked
So they're
Ty
making
about
a-
his
they're
feelings
making a
about Luke
Star War.
Skywalker, and he had no
Yeah.
feelings about Luke Skywalker whatsoever.
You know what? I don't want to spoil that anything.
Good.
I was going to say something, but my son was very excited regarding Luke Skywalker.
Sure. Was he excited, or was he excited because you were excited?
No, I was less excited than he was.
You were bored. You were looking at
I
your
thought
phone.
I actually thought that was stupid. But
Don't say
Speaking of
that.
which, I have one episode of Mandalorian left to watch.
I don't know. I'm talking about that Jedi game that came out last year from EA. Yeah, that's it.
Great job.
Yeah,
Saved it,
Uh,
Wombat.
I know. So it's from the makers of The Division, and they're making an open world Star Wars game.
Is it going to be a games as service where I'm shooting people with laser
That's what I'm
guns?
like. I really don't want it to be a game of service.
Enough
I
of
know
that.
there are a handful of people that love the Division games. I am not on the Division bandwagon, and I have both of them.
Yep.
I think they make a very pretty game, though, and they do have an eye for interesting gear and components. So I'll give them that.
But you don't want to. No one's looking for like another Avengers
Yeah,
situation.
well, that's just it. I don't want that. It could very easily turn into another Avengers. I don't know if they're gonna make a games of service game. I know.
Tatooine, Utah. Like I don't know. It's kind of similar. Sounds like a cheap background.
I really hope it's not a games of service, but I also hope it's just like a game set in the Star Wars universe, but not have anything to do with anything else in any story. Just a game.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But by the time this game comes out, my kids will be in college, so who cares? And that'll be right before they cancel it. So
All right. Well, which game is coming out first? The new Star Wars game or the Indiana Jones game from Bethesda?
ooh, that's close. You know what? I'm going to say the Indiana Jones game because I think Microsoft has more riding on it than Ubisoft does. I think they're going to be more willing to be like, what? You need another $50 million to get this done on time? Yeah.
How are the kids on Indiana Jones?
I know that my son likes Indiana Jones.
When is he coming to Fortnite?
Yeah, I asked that today on the Discord channel. We had this conversation. He would be perfect. So I think.
Are we excited for a Indiana Jones game? I mean, I like those Lucasfilm games. Games, rather.
Any game can be good. It's
It's
That's an
there's
interesting
no
license.
game yet. It's an
It's an interesting license in that it's not that involved of a license, right? Like there's not a whole lot of lore there that's
You
unique
do anything really.
to Indiana Jones, right?
Yeah, there's
It's
not
Lara
as much
Croft,
baggage. Yeah.
Right.
Lara Croft or Uncharted or whatever type of game you want to, compare it to.
Yeah.
There's plenty of games like it, just not with him in it. Or is it going to be, even Assassin's Creed could be retrofitted into Indiana Jones infiltrating Nazis from the makers of Wolfenstein. I mean, there's a lot there.
I'm looking forward to both of these games just because I like licensed games. that's a thing that I like. And both of these studios make quality games. So you feel like you kind of know what you're going to get out of the Ubisoft Star Wars game. I think it's going to be the same Ubisoft game.
I mean,
just how much as service is in that.
Right.
Because sometimes Ubisoft could be really good about that, and sometimes they can be really shitty about that. But there's never an in between with them.
Yeah, hopefully.
Is the Indiana Jones game? It's going to have RPG elements. I mean, Bethesda games always have RPG elements, right?
Is it going to be a Microsoft exclusive?
It's made by the people who made the Wolfenstein game, so it's from that side of
light
Bethesda.
RPG elements. Then, right?
Very light. I would say very light RPG element. Again, but who knows? I mean, this game does not exist. We have a sentence. That's all.
Indiana Jones going to be super fast?
Yeah, exactly. We don't know anything.
Is it going to be multi-platform though?
I don't think so.
No.
I think that would be stupid.
Oh, it would be PC and Xbox.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's multiple platforms, PC and Xbox. It'll be on Game Pass.
Okay.
And we'll have already paid for it when it comes out.
That was the question from Carlos, and he agrees with you.
Short round? Is short round in it?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yes or no?
Wombat, let's hear your short round impression.
No.
Do you think short round?
No time for love, Dr. Jones.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Do you think they could get away with a short round who's like in his 30s that still talks like that?
No.
It'd be better than the what's his face? Mutt.
Who's Mutt?
Who's Mutt?
His son. Shia LaBeouf.
I never saw that. I never saw that movie.
Good move.
Mhm.
I forgot that was a thing that happened.
But yeah, I mean, you could set this movie at any time between 1930 and 1948, I guess, and you'll be in good shape.
I really liked Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. I hope they can
Mhm.
capture that energy. It's a quality product. All right. Where are we here?
Yakuza.
We already talked about that.
No, we did not. I finished Yakuza like a dragon.
Congratulations.
Yes, 78 hours. I think it took me.
Nice.
I still have plenty to do.
Amateur.
In that game. I have plenty to do, but I got to the end of the story. That is a fantastic game. Still,
Wow.
I really think Ichiban is one of the, if not the best video game character in the last few years.
Interesting.
He's
a
just,
good character for sure.
He's really good. I don't know. I like the guy. He's an interesting guy.
I'm glad that he's compelling in English. Like the voice work is just as compelling. Like
yeah, he's definitely really really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, are you compelled in Japanese with him?
Yeah, he's great. He's really like emotional. I mean, I don't really know. I'm reading the subtitles, but he's into it. And he's like very passionate.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played that much more. I don't have really much to report back in terms of progress, but I don't know. 70 hours, dude. Can I like?
You can definitely get
I can?
some time cut out of that.
What's the fastest I can get through this game?
You're gonna want to go do the business management sim
now
to get your money up
right away.
You're gonna hit that chapter 12, and you're gonna need that $3 million.
Right.
And if you don't have that $3 million and you try to go about it in traditional fashion, maybe if you're like selling gear, I never sell gear. Like that's never something I do in games.
I don't even have any good gear.
All
right, well, I don't know. So 30 hours is the fastest? 40?
40 probably. 40 hours. Because there's a point right after that 3 million where you're going to be severely underleveled. It's like a back-to-back thing. It's like, who did the pacing on this game right in this specific area? Why couldn't you tie in the things where I needed to be leveling and getting money at the same time, not back-to-back?
Yeah. All right. We'll see. I don't know. Outlook not so good for me finishing
Wombat,
this.
I don't know. No, you don't like story.
It's a lot of talking for
you
Wombat.
Don't hate you. Yeah. Never mind, Wombat. Go about your business.
Yeah, keep reading the chat.
Keep looking at your knife.
What else? You talked about Call of the Sea already. All right, so where are we here? We're done here. Oh, we're at Nintendo. I've got another Switch lewd review with Uncle Banky. This game is called you've heard of Cyberpunk 2077? What about Sense, a cyberpunk ghost story? Sense is a point-and-click survivor horror cyberpunk adventure game where the main character is stranded in a haunted apartment building and everyone has really big boobs. So much so that it caused quite the social media stink leading up to the release, with the developer being entirely unapologetic about it. Yeah, I read this article. Basically, people were complaining that all the characters had really big boobs, and then they started, spreading on social media saying, not only does all the characters have big boobs, but there's also like a lot of violence and like other stuff in it, and they were trying to get them to, I don't know who they is, but people were trying to get them to make the boobs smaller. So the developer was like, look, there's no violence in the game. You're spreading all these lies. It's just, we like this art style, and this is the art style that we're doing.
We like big boobs and we cannot lie.
Exactly. That's basically what they said. And if you don't, if you don't like it, don't buy the game, but this is what we're going to do.
I don't know. I'm looking at the pictures now. I've seen bigger.
Right. I mean, but they were just saying like they were accused of like having illegal stuff in there. And they're just like, look, this is just what it is. And we're not going to change it. Banky says, yeah, there's no nudity or really no sexual content, just large breasts, in clothing. They're not even naked breasts. So the controversy seemed to be really about nothing. And then he says as for the game itself, he wanted to like it and he likes the graphic design. He really likes the big tits. I mean, that's what he really likes. But it didn't really click for him. But if you like a quiet, slow, methodical adventure and big tits, then maybe you like Sense, a cyberpunk ghost story. Not one of Banky's favorites, though. That was it. We don't really have any CAG bag questions.
Nintendo had that trailer review for Bowser's Fury.
Oh yeah, I didn't see anything.
That caused a big pre-order rush.
Why?
I think it's just because it's a lot of new content that people weren't quite expecting to be substantial.
What is? I don't even know what it is. What's the content
So
for?
this is they're bringing over the Wii U game. What was that called? Super Mario 3D World, I think was the name of that.
Wombat, put the knife away.
I don't even have it.
Goodness.
It's gnomes.
Oh boy. So
Wombat,
people are excited about that. I'm going to pick that up because I think my kids will enjoy playing through that game. I played through it on the Wii U, and it was good. So if this new content seems to be good,
right.
I'll buy it again. Why not, Nintendo? I'll buy it again.
Fair enough. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my mom to give a review of that bird game on Nintendo Switch.
Wingspan?
Yeah.
Okay. I have that as well.
Okay.
I'm not ready to give a review of it yet, though.
I don't think my mom is either.
Okay. It's cool. We have the board game as well.
Yeah. My mom said she was going to buy the board game originally, but apparently it was expensive and hard to get, I believe is what she said. Or just expensive, maybe. It
was hard to get over Christmas because we did order a copy and it got the old Xbox One treatment from Amazon where they said it was coming and then they said, "Oh no, never mind. We stole it." But yeah, it's supposed to be really good. I'm looking forward to playing that on Switches as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be really good. And, if you like birds, especially. It's got, it seems to be like a lot better than the board game because it has all the sounds of the birds. And that's half the bird battle right there is having the sounds.
Well, and you don't have to set it up and know the rules. It's going to know all the rules for you, right?
Right, exactly. So I'm waiting to hear back from Cheapy Mom on that one. Maybe we can bring her in for a review.
I'll talk to Cheapy Mom about that one.
Yeah. But even there's co-op. Well, I don't think she's paying for Nintendo Online though.
Buy your mom Nintendo Online.
Send her $20, GB.
If she's interested, I will. Mm-hmm. I think we've reached the end of the broadcast. I think that's where we're at. Wombat, do you want to wrap us up a little, or?
I guess I could tell everyone to follow us on Facebook.com/cheapassgamer, and don't forget Twitter.com/cheapd, Twitter.com/newwombat, that's me, and Twitter.com/shipwreck, that's someone else. Also, there's YouTube.com/cheapd. Isn't there also YouTube.com/cheapassgamer?
Who the fuck knows?
I think that's also a thing. You should.
CAGcast. We got CAGcast.
CAGcast. That's it. YouTube.com/CAGcast. You should be subscribed to that. If you're listening to the show and not subscribed to our official YouTube channel, what the hell is your problem, you douche?
It's a personal insult to Shanna fan who's putting all these clips together.
Seriously.
And also, watch us on Twitch on Wednesday nights. He didn't say that, right?
No, watch us on Twitch every Wednesday night. There are people doing that right now.
Throwing bread. The bread is
Eastern.
coming at the screen. I see it. They've triggered the bread already. A little premature.
Yeah, and also the Discord channel, which I do not know the URL for off the top of my head.
It's discord.gg/CAG.
Well, that's even easier than I thought.
Yep.
So, and don't forget to review us on iTunes. So...
I don't know.
You don't have to read the Parlor one anymore, Wombat.
Okay. And don't forget to follow me on Parlor, American Patriot Wombat 1776.
Right. Oh, yeah. And you can watch me cook lunch sometimes during the week, but
I know. I want to do that too.
It's fun. It's so fun.
I'll
I'll show you how to do it. It's really easy.
Okay.
You need a halfway decent laptop though.
Also, again, I want to thank our sponsors for this episode, Mizen, at mizen.com/CAGcast for 20% off your first order. And Green Chef, go to greenchef.com/CAGcast90 for $90 off, including free shipping. And with that, I am also going to say, bread's done.
Stick around for the raid. We're going to raid my boy Craig right now. Peace out.